RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Macias Insurance Agency, your local independent insurance agent. Andy's Auto Body, Tire, and Auto Service and Sales. Auto Butler Car Wash and Express Lube, located at 1706 Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Roper's Regal Beagle, the Metro East's premier sports bar and grill. Shell Community Federal Credit Union, the one place to go for all your banking needs. Liberty Bank, bank local, bank Liberty. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all of your protection under one roof. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding member expectations since 1934. Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. 4204 Main Street Brewing Company, locally brewed craft beer and the area's best 100% certified Angus steaks and burgers. Calc Institute of Technology, your future, your success. C&B Bank and Trust, Illinois' oldest bank.
After all those teams the last couple of years that had so much success, and some of those players back for Christmas vacation and back here to see the team, we've seen Darius Edwards, Brian Hudson, and some others in the crowd tonight, and pretty good crowd here tonight.
There is. I think there's the student section's certainly a little relieved that final exams are over, and so now they can kind of really be prepared to start their Christmas break, and what better way to get it started than to come out and root on the Redbirds.
Redbirds in their white home uniforms, trimmed in the red. Of course, the K-Hawks in the purple, trimmed in the white. Coached by Darren Lee, and Flora, Madden, Midget, Webb, and Cooper Hodges will start for their ball club, and we'll tell you more about their starting five as we go along. But the Redbirds win the tip, and we are underway here. 8 minutes on the clock, and the Redbirds have the basketball. It is Kevin Caldwell. Out to Latham, top of the key. Man-to-man for Collinsville. Here's Caldwell. Near the elbow, gives to Smith, drives left hand off the glass, and he missed it there. Trey Smith, the follow, no good. It rolls off the rim.
Trey's played much more aggressively the last few games. I thought the Granite City game was as well as I've ever seen him play, especially the first three quarters. He was our leading scorer, I think, for the whole game, but he was definitely our leader through the first three quarters.
Collinsville sets it up, and they'll fire a three ball out there. That's their leading scorer, Ronnie Midget. And he missed it. Rebound Edwards the other way. High off the glass, and Maurice Edwards for two.
Maurice, that's one of the big differences that I've noticed from that Jacksonville game to now is the offense is really looking to push so much more. As soon as we get it, we are really looking to push and try to get the easy basket, and nobody benefits from that more than Maurice.
Edwards flying down the court, making things happen again this year. Here's number 4, Tommy Madden, 5'9" senior. Hands it off. Zach Flora gets the baseline, and Flora lays it in. He's a 6'4" senior.
He made a good cut along the baseline. When the help side came over to help stop the ball, then he was kind of going in almost uncontested right underneath the basket.
There's a handoff to Caldwell. Left hand down the lane. Good. Pretty move by 23 there.
Caldwell is very effective going to the basket. He and Edwards both have just a knack for finding a way to get around their opponent and get that shoulder past them to where they're not running into a charging call.
Three ball is missed out there by Sam Webb, 6'3" junior for the K-Hawks. Here comes Latham, back for Alton. Kevin Caldwell Jr. for three. It's short, rebound, and missed. And we're going to have a blocking foul as Edwards fired it right back up.
Well, that's one of the things. When you take the longer shots, you're going to get the longer rebounds. And that time, Maurice Edwards was about, probably 8, 10, 12 feet from the basket. But the long rebound came right to him and gave him an opportunity to get back inside and draw the foul.
Again, Alton 5-1 starting the season, 3-0 in the conference. Edwards up and in, and it's 5-2 Alton, and Maurice will have another. 4 big games in the conference tonight. We'll tell you about those again as we go along, tell you about some other Alton sports this week as we go along. Edwards 2 for 2. Last night, Collinsville beat Alton in girls basketball 60-37. Earlier this week, Alton over Collinsville in wrestling too. So the K-Hawks and the Redbirds all this week, really. There's a missed shot by the K-Hawks, and here's the Redbirds for three. Latham fires it up, missed it. Rebound, Collinsville. 6-2 Redbirds. Here come the K-Hawks. Flora has it. Way out high, right wing, goes to the top of the key with the dribble. Latham on him. Now Midget with the basketball. Backs up, double team. There's a steal. Edwards up to Latham. He's all alone for the lay-in. It's good.
The Redbirds playing their typical man-to-man defense, but always looking for the opportunity when the ball handler turns his back. They're looking to run and jump from the backside, and that's what caused that steal.
Inside quickly, off the glass, missed there by Amron Cooper Hodges. Cooper Hodges is a senior. Here's Latham firing a three, and it's good by Latham.
Latham has extremely long range. He was a good 2 feet behind the basket, but he had all day long to get the shot off, and when you give him that long to look at it, he's probably going to knock it down.
Latham with 5, Edwards with 4. It's 11-2 Redbirds, and we have a timeout for the purple. K-Hawks timeout. We're back at Alton High in a moment. Redbirds 11, Collinsville 2. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
At 4204 Main Street Brewing Company, we believe that great food paired with our own locally brewed craft beer is a staple in life, and we want to share that experience. At 4204, you will find a menu that complements our very own award-winning craft beers, and we serve the area's best 100% certified Angus steaks and burgers. You can find us in both Alton by the Alton Square Mall and at our original location at 4204 West Main Street in Belleville. Come visit 4204 Main Street Brewing Company today for an experience you won't soon forget.
You tuned into the game for great sports entertainment, but where do you turn for quality banking services? C&B Bank and Trust, a real community bank, locally owned and reinvesting your deposits right back into the local communities. Take advantage of the full range of products and services that are provided by local people at C&B Bank and Trust. Member FDIC and Illinois' oldest bank, established 1854. Now back to the game.
Getting some high quality percentage shots. I mean, they've taken 2 threes, but one of them was just wide open, the one that Marcus just hit, and so it's a great start for the Redbirds right here.
Here's Midget bumping there with Jordan Golly, and Golly's going to pick up the first Alton foul out at the top of the key.
Well, when you're pressuring the way they are and you're picking up your first team foul and you're 3.5 minutes into the ball game already, I think Coach Smith will take that.
Yeah, the Redbirds know they're going to get a lot of fouls with the D that they play up and down the bench. Even the subs will get their share of fouls, really, and Latham tips the ball out at midcourt. K-Hawks bring it in with 4:25 to go. First quarter here at Alton High School. Redbirds 11-2 first quarter. There's Midget down to Flora. Baseline again. Good again by Flora.
I think both their buckets have come both from Flora and both from about the same spot on the floor.
Baseline, Caldwell missed it. Rebound the other way. Here come the K-Hawks. Finger roll, no good, but a foul on Alton High there on the break for Collinsville.
A little bit slow getting back in transition. There was another longer rebound, kind of started the break for Collinsville, and they were able to get down and get that angle to where they were able to draw the foul. I don't think he would have made the layup because he was kind of off balance a little bit, but Marcus nudged him just enough that he gets the 2 free throws out of it, and now we'll see if he can convert.
Cooper Hodges at the line. Latham with his first foul. And the free throw rolls in, makes it 11-5. As the K-Hawks go on a little run here, since it was 11-2. They'll try another free throw.
Down through the years, it always seems like Collinsville never missed a free throw.
Especially when you need them to, of course. But 2 for 2 there for the K-Hawks, and it's a 5-point game. They kick it to Caldwell and gives to Latham. Latham to Edwards. Inside the free throw line. Jumper is off the back iron. He missed it. Rebound K-Hawks looking for more here. Midget in the corner for 3. He missed it, out of bounds over the top of the backboard. Alton ball.
Yeah, it's another one of those longer shots, and the longer shots mean bigger bounces off the rim, and instead of bouncing out farther, that one bounced up so high that it hit the support for the basket, and that's an automatic out of bounds call.
Darion Clay, 6'2" junior, checks in, number 11 for Alton. So Clay with a pick for Edwards here. Maurice bumped, no call, and he dumps it down to Clay. He's bumped from behind. Flora with a foul. His second foul.
Well, 2 fouls and 2 buckets. He's been the most active person in the scoring column and in the foul column for Collinsville, but he got a little shove in the back when the ball was entered into Clay in the post.
Alton throws it in. Latham way outside for 3 again. Missed it off the rim. Rebound, K-Hawks. They run up the floor. Midget lays it up and lays it in. His first 2 averages again 18, 19 a game. Has scored over 100 points. They have a record of 3-3. Kevin Caldwell Jr. for 3. Left corner for Caldwell.
Well, I've always said the best way to get a good three-point shot is inside out, and that time the inside was created by Jordan Golly penetrating the baseline, and then the pass along the baseline back out to the corner for Caldwell gives him a wide open look.
Madden inside front of the rim, and it goes over the rim and in for little number 4, 5'9" senior. Back the other way. Clay missed it, got his own rebound. He'll fire it up again, and it's good.
Boy, the Redbirds right down the floor very quickly. One pass up the sideline and an entry pass, and they got the shot off before there was a second Collinsville person back down the floor.
2:25 to go, first quarter. Quick pace to this first period here. 16-10, Redbirds by 6. Madden dumps it to the corner. Flora. Alton will make another change in a moment here and bring Kenneth Burnett into the game. Right now, though, it's purple basketball. Midget has it, right wing, guarded by Golly. At the three-point line, he drives around, kicks it to Flora. There it is again, up and in.
Same spot again, all 3 buckets literally within about a foot from the basket right on that left side of the lane.
4-point game now, 16-12.
But once again, it was the same scenario. It was the help side that stepped up, which is what created him being so open.
Edwards misses an off-balance 3 there in the left corner. Back come the K-Hawks with a chance to get a little closer. NBA 3 missed by Madden. Out of bounds, Alton ball.
Yeah, that one was almost out from the volleyball spiking line. That was, he had to have been at least 4 feet behind the three-point line with that shot. I'd be shocked if that's the shot that Coach Lee wants him to be taking.
He's talking to him right now. That was the volleyball line, no doubt about it. Here's Burnett into the game for Golly. And Alton will drive. Who else? Maurice Edwards, left hand, no, on the finger roll. Back comes Midget for the K-Hawks with finger roll the other end, and he gets it to roll in, and the Redbirds would like a 30, as it's now a 2-point game. Alton 16-14.
Very nice crossover dribble that time. He kind of froze his man going right and then crossed over very quickly back to his left to get around Marcus and get deeper in the lane, and that set up that layup.
JV game earlier tonight, won by Collinsville. Close call, but the K-Hawks won it 45-42 over the Redbirds in that game. Again, we mentioned girls basketball last night. Collinsville won at Alton. Alton beat Collinsville in wrestling earlier this week. Wrestling team off to an 8-1 start, 3-0 in the conference. And the Alton hockey team, 10-2 last night over Granite City on the ice.
A lot of the sports teams doing very well. Also, you don't forget about the bowling team. The girls bowling team is 8-0 in their dual matches, and they've been to 2 or 3 tournaments and done very well in those, and they've got their big invitational coming up Wednesday out at Airport Bowl in Bethalto.
Busy time in the winter season. Boys basketball here tonight. Burnett backs it up out of the timeout. Into the lane, pops it to Caldwell. Latham and Edwards on the wings, but Caldwell all the way down. Finger roll, rolls off the rim again for the Redbirds. Here's Midget the other way. Gives the ball off. Sam Webb back in the game. 6'3" junior. K-Hawks with some 6'3" and 6'4", and that's pretty good size when you're facing Alton this year. Redbirds with some 6'1", some 6'2", but that's about it. Midget will keep the dribble at the three-point line. Gives it to Webb, now to Madden inside. Passed in some traffic there. Alton with a steal. Here they come. Burnett up the floor. Latham at the three-point line. Number 2 for Alton, crossover dribble, gives to Clay, down to Burnett, off his hands, out of bounds.
Oh, I think Burnett was trying to set a screen and didn't quite anticipate the pass. If he would have opened up just a split second earlier, he had a wide open layup. He was definitely open on the pass from Clay, but he just wasn't quite looking for the ball quick enough.
Maybe setting up for a rebound under there in case a shot went up around the free throw line, but Alton putting some pressure on here in the backcourt because there's 5 seconds left, first quarter. Now mid-court shot by Madden, no good, and that's the end of the first quarter. The Redbirds 16, the K-Hawks 14. After 1, you're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
If you have car problems, Andy's has the solution. Customer service is priority number 1. Our dedicated staff will be more than helpful in getting your car back on the road while you relax in our comfortable waiting area. If needed, we'll also make arrangements for a rental. Our experienced ASC certified technicians will walk you through every step of the process. Andy's Tire and Auto Service offers every under-the-hood service you need. Visit one of our 4 convenient locations today.
Timeout! Come here! I need better coverage. Anybody here give me better coverage?
Put me in, coach. I can give you better coverage. Not only can I give you better coverage, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
Hey, where do you want this ladder?
Oh, come on, coach.
American Family Insurance.
Roper's Regal Beagle, located on Godfrey Road, is the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Open Sunday through Thursday till 2 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays till 3 a.m. At Roper's Regal Beagle, you will enjoy some of the area's best pizza from their wood-fired pizza oven. There's also a full kitchen offering a huge variety, as well as a soup and salad bar. Sports fans, Roper's Regal Beagle is the place to watch the game. 27 TVs, NFL ticket, Big Ten, Pac-12, and streaming local high school sports.
Mike Bray and Brent Birkland back with you here. Our engineer, Brian Hennigan, tonight for our Friday night doubleheader. Roxana and CM coming up, but right now it's Alton and Collinsville. Second quarter underway. Collinsville basketball down by 2. Redbirds had an early lead of 11-2. The K-Hawks have fought back. Midget down low, underneath on the block, and it's rolled in there on the block, and again, 6'6" sophomore Jake Hall. And now a steal by Midget in a tie game. Midget layup, good.
Yeah, Midget picked Maurice's pocket. When he went to cross over there, he got to dribble up a little bit high, and Midget picked it, knocked it out in front, and then was able to run it down for a layup.
Right elbow jumper is good. It rolls in for Caldwell, and it's 18-18 now. Caldwell was 7. Latham 5, Edwards has 4. 7 minutes to go, first half. Collinsville throwing it away to the Alton bench. And a sub comes in for the Redbirds here. It's number 4, Tyon Trimble, a junior.
Yeah, that was an unforced error on Collinsville. I think Hodges didn't realize that Midget was getting ready to throw it to him, about like Burnett a minute ago, and a pass that should have been caught out on the perimeter uncontested just goes off his hands and right into the middle of the Alton bench.
And so, tie game here, 18-18, early second quarter. Redbirds looking for a 6-1 start to the season with a win tonight. Right elbow, Golly fires it up. No, kept alive, and Smith knocks it off of a K-Hawk, and good hustle there for Alton.
Yeah, good second effort by Trey Smith there. He kind of get a hand on it, but he couldn't control it. And then he just beat the Collinsville player to the ball and was able to turn around and throw it back in off his posterior and get the ball back for the Redbirds.
Caldwell into Golly, now out to Burnett, top of the key. Between the circles, Trimble, now over to the right, Caldwell. Everybody gets a touch here with Trey Smith into the red paint. Turnaround, glass, good by Smith.
Very nice move by Smith that time. He kind of froze his man and then spun back around and was able to get a pretty good look and knock it down.
Midget inside, layup is missed this time as he fed it off, but LaRon Johnson will get his own rebound. Johnson in the left corner, dumps it down, skip pass to the baseline. Now underneath, Johnson blocked away, tipped around, but he's got it back again. 6 minutes to go, second quarter, and the Redbirds lead it 20-18.
You don't like seeing a team get 3 shots at it, though.
Cooper Hodges drives, kicks it to the three-point line. That one's missed, and they'll get another offensive rebound. Here they go again. Midget, top of the key. And Midget will drive on Golly down near the free throw line to the corner, to the right corner. Jerron Williams missed a 3 a moment ago. He's sitting in that corner again, and he has it again. Williams, free throw line, threw it away to the Alton bench. Redbirds ball.
Well, that throwaway was caused by Burnett. He jumped out in the passing lane, and I think at the last second, I think the Collinsville player was about to make a one-handed pass, but when you make it with one-handed, you can't pull it back. And so when he saw Burnett jump out in the passing lane, he tried to pull it back, and there was just no way to keep that ball from going right into the middle of our bench.
Caldwell to Trimble, over to Burnett. 5:10 to go till halftime. Top of the key, Trimble misses a 3. Over the back, Smith with a foul.
Yeah, that time Smith got blocked out pretty well and just still went up over the top. It was a pretty easy call for the officials. That's where he needs to kind of try to use his quickness and spin around and get inside the guy when he gets blocked out that well. But one foul on him and gives the Redbirds a chance to show that full court pressure again.
Not many fouls in this game yet. Redbirds with 3, K-Hawks with 2. And throwing it in, Collinsville ball, down by 2 here. Over the timeline it goes. Williams to Johnson, tipped away, another Alton steal. Redbirds up the floor. Golly looking for help. Trimble the trailer for 3. No. Long rebound. Latham got a hand on it. Tipped out by Collinsville. It looked like maybe.
I thought so too. I guess they're saying Maurice Edwards must have got a fingertip on that when it kind of went right between the 2 players. And the call goes Collinsville's way, and they'll inbound the ball.
Must have hit off 2 or 3 players before it went out. A double, triple tip there. And it goes out on Edwards, and here's a foul on Golly near the timeline.
It's going to be the second foul on Jordan. And Redbird showing a little bit of a 1-2-2 3/4 court trap. Really looks reminiscent of something that Collinsville's run for, I would say for years, but it's actually been for decades.
Forever.
Yes. back to the Virgil Fletcher days.
There you go. That's forever. That's a long time. Redbirds 20-18. K-Hawks go for the tie. Down to the block. A little hook goes in for Hall, the 6'6" sophomore. He puts it up and in. Back the other way, Alton in a tie game, 20-20. Latham stops and pops. Missed it, but Edwards follows it in.
Edwards has a way of just knifing into the open areas so quickly when you don't expect it. And that time he was able to split 2 Collinsville players who thought they had the block out, and instead he ends up getting a bucket out of it.
Top of the key, Madden, another long 3, no good. There's Edwards with the rebound, and here comes Moe up the floor. Bounces to Latham, layup, no. Smith with a follow, he lost it, and it's a jump ball. The arrow's gonna stay with the Redbirds.
Yeah, that time, Maurice is so dangerous. When he gets a rebound, you can pretty much bet there's going to be a good shot attempt for the Redbirds, and probably within a matter of about 4 seconds, because he gets it and he is on the move, and he's either going to create something for himself or have someone to kick it off to.
And so big and strong, and it's usually an odd man rush too, even when he picks up the rebound at the other end of the floor. Latham open for 3, left side, missed it. Rebound K-Hawks. 2-point game still, 22-20. Alton's lead. Collinsville ball, 3:25 to go here in the first half. K-Hawks throw it away out at the 3-point line again.
Well, I know Coach Lee's going to be frustrated with that. That is at least the third. I know at least 3 and maybe 4 times already that they've made just unforced turnovers that weren't really caused by Alton's pressure, but just balls that are thrown away out front, not even in the scoring zone.
Smith out, Clay in for Coach Eric Smith. Smith assisted by Casa, Jackson, Holmes, and Womack over there on the bench. Again, Collinsville winning the JV game earlier tonight in a close one over the Redbirds. Latham, top of the key. He drives. A running jumper is rolling off the rim. No good.
Collinsville showing the little 2-3 zone there, and the Redbirds a little slow to attack, but they're still being able to penetrate the zone, and that's usually one of the best ways to beat it, is to penetrate the zone and draw two people so that you can find the open man.
Still a 2-point lead. Midget for the tie. Shot an air ball from the elbow there. Missed it. Maurice the other way. Finger roll good. There he goes again.
Well, I think Midget took about a 17-foot shot, but I think he thought he was only about 14 feet out.
That's true. But then Maurice, coast to coast. Edwards makes it 24-20. Timeout on the floor. Redbirds by 4. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Calc Institute of Technology is working for you with career programs for today's jobs. As a career student, you can expect a welcoming atmosphere with exceptional personal service, small classes with one-on-one attention, a set class schedule, and short-term programs that will get you into the workforce quickly. Calc has 2 locations for your convenience, located in both Alton and Fairview Heights. For more information, visit Calc online at www.calc.edu. Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
After 8 o'clock, you're in tune to WBGZ Alton. At Alton High School tonight, Redbirds 24, K-Hawks 20. Don't forget, after the game, we announce our Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game. So stay tuned for that. Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game coming up. And right now, Edwards with 8, Latham with 5, 7 for Caldwell, but Edwards getting the engine going for the Redbirds again tonight.
Well, and for Collinsville, it shapes up to be another close game. Out of their 6 games so far, 5 of the 6 games have been decided by 9 points or less, and 4 of those 5 by 5 points or less.
And they are 3-3 on the season. Here's a turnover. Another bad pass. Edwards to the right corner. 3 ball. Good, Maurice.
Well, the points off turnovers are how Alton has been able to build this lead, and the points off turnovers are dramatically in favor of the Redbirds.
K-Hawks underneath. Clay tips it out. No, it's out on Collinsville. They throw it away again.
I think that one might have been a double tip. I think Clay did tip it, but I think it still went off the K-Hawk on the way out. And I think that was just great recovery from the Redbirds. They were beaten up front, but still hustled back to get back in the play and are able to force the turnover.
1:50 till halftime. Here's Kevin Caldwell Jr. driving. Step back, baseline, missed it. Edwards follows, no. Tipped around, Collinsville ball. Alton leading 27-20. Here's a foul in the backcourt on the Alton Redbirds. It might be Caldwell this time.
No, I think that was called on Trimble.
Okay.
I think Ty got that one. It was kind of a little bit of a trap between Maurice and Trimble, and he clearly got bumped, but you couldn't really tell which one they were going to come up and make the call on.
It is Trimble, his first. And the team's 5th foul. Collinsville, 2 fouls in the game.
Well, but Collinsville's been sitting back and playing a big part of that in a 2-3 zone. You're not going to foul as much when you're not pressuring.
Flora up and in. It's good as he grabbed a long pass into the lane, just fired it up high off the glass, and it dropped through.
Well, it was a good entry pass that was over the. We were fronting him, and the weak side help was a little bit slow coming over, but still he made a very tough shot. He was in the middle of about 3 Redbird defenders, and when he knew he was going to get the foul, you always want to aim higher on the glass because it's still got a chance even when your elbow gets bumped, and that's what happened there to lead to the score.
And the free throw is good, and Flora, a 3-point play. He's got 9 in the game. 27-23. Smith in a double team, and a foul is called down on the left block there. K-Hawks foul.
So the Redbirds will inbound underneath. We'll see what they set up for their inbound play. They're in kind of a typical box set, but they show some different looks out of this same box set. A lot of them will be for the inbounds man to come back out for the shot. Could be on either side, though.
Caldwell looking, right inside, layup. Clay lays it in.
Kind of a version of the old screen-to-screener, and everybody was so worried about Maurice and about Marcus that Clay just slides right in and gets a pretty much uncontested shot from 3 feet.
29-23, 6-point Alton lead with 1 minute to go till halftime.
Another steal.
They throw it away, long pass to Caldwell. He grabs it, saves it. Latham for 3. It's good! A tray for Marcus.
Latham loves to shoot from that Southwestern Conference logo. It seems a little longer than he needs to take sometimes, but he likes that shot.
And he's been open a lot tonight from that left side. Inside, a miss, but a foul. Under the basket there, Marcus Latham. Looks like he'll pick up a foul here. His second. And with 32 seconds left, 32-23, Redbirds by 9.
And that will be a shooting foul, but this will be the first time that either team has gone into the bonus so far this half, and we've played 15.5 minutes of basketball.
Free throw good by Jake Hall. Going back to Flora, 9 points, and he's averaging 6 points per game. So he's over his average already.
One thing he's done a very good job of is when he's caught the ball, he's kept it up high and kept it up out of the reach of the quick hands of the Redbirds, trying to come back from the guards reaching in on a double down.
Quick release for the 6'4" senior, Flora. 2 free throws there for Jake Hall of Collinsville. Alton basketball. Caldwell to the free throw line. Now Smith. 12 seconds left till halftime, and the Redbirds lead by 7. They'll wait for the last shot. Maurice Edwards, 5-4, top of the key, 3. Missed it. K-Hawks rebound, and that is the end of the first half here at Alton High. The Redbirds 32, the K-Hawks 25 at the half. Alton by 7. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
I'll grab the birthday cake, you bring the gift, if you're sure she's ready.
She's 16, honey, and she's earned a set of keys.
She's studied and practiced, I know, but it's a big responsibility.
When you have a teen driver, it's good to know that Madison Mutual has the insurance coverage you need.
She's ready, and so are we. I talked to our Madison Mutual agent.
Call Barry Macias, your local independent insurance agent, at 467-2874.
The more life changes, the more you need Madison Mutual.
At Shell Community Federal Credit Union, you are important. We work hard to ensure you have the best banking experience possible. Whether you are inquiring about opening a savings account or wanting to learn more about a loan, our professionals are here to help you with any questions, and we will walk you through every step of the process. Since opening our doors in 1935, we've never forgotten that our members are our most important asset, which is why we continue to excel. For all your banking needs, Shell is the one place to go.
Well, that's certainly what Alton would like to push for. It's going to be Collinsville ball to start the second half. They had it to start the second quarter, and then there was the one tie-up down on the Alton end after a turnover. So Collinsville gets it to start, and they're certainly wanting to try to cut it back to 5, but the Redbirds, they can come out with a good stop here and be able to get the ball and hopefully get a fast break opportunity. They'd look to stretch it to double digits.
Here we go, 8 minutes on the clock, third quarter underway. Redbird Nest rocking and rolling tonight. The Redbird Pep Band here tonight, entertaining the crowd, big crowd at Alton High. Collinsville into the lane, lean in, jumper is missed, the follow is good, and one as Sam Webb stayed with it there at the front of the rim.
And that's been probably the one Achilles heel that the Redbirds have showed tonight, is when they've allowed Collinsville multiple opportunities to shoot, then Collinsville's generally been able to pick up on that, and here they convert again on a second shot and turn it into a three-point play.
Webb does hit the free throw. He puts it up and in, and Just like that, his first 3 points of the game. And now the Redbirds with a 4-point lead, 32-28. Here's Caldwell with a quick first step. Finger roll is good. Caldwell for 2.
Had kind of a change of speed and a change of directions at the same time, and caught Collinsville overreacting, and it gets a wide open lane to the basket.
He's got 9 now.
Kevin is very dangerous going to the basket.
Here's Collinsville turning it over, and they've done it a lot already tonight, and here they go again.
Yeah, that was caused by Jordan Golly. He put a lot of pressure on the ball and got a hand, and once he tipped the ball, Collinsville got it back, but they never fully got control of it, and then it ends up rolling out of bounds right into their bench this time.
Jordan Golly, one of the defensive specialists for the team this year. Here is Caldwell to Latham in the left corner. Marcus missed the 3. Rebound K-Hawks. And they lost it again. Caldwell, what a save by Caldwell to Latham there.
Well, he was going out of bounds full speed and couldn't corral the ball, but he's able to flip it behind him right back to Marcus Latham.
Now Trey Smith with it, top of the key, gives to Edwards. In the left corner, Edwards driving. Now he'll bounce it to Latham, top of the key. Latham to Golly. Golly to Smith. Smith driving in the lane. He'll pop it back out to Golly again. Tried to get it back to Smith. It made it back to him, and he laid it in.
I think the pass wasn't completely open because they got a hand on it, but they couldn't keep it from getting there. They could only deflect it a little bit, and good hands from Trey Smith to come up with that ball and be able to convert it quickly.
Smith with the bucket, 36-28. Redbirds back up by 8. And we're going to have a tip out of bounds on a double team. Redbirds knock it out.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be another steal there. Maurice got a hand on the ball and pried it loose, but it was going fast enough he couldn't beat it to the sideline.
6:05 to go, third quarter. And after this game, Roxana and CM on the way. And there's Golly with a foul out high. That'll be his 3rd. And also after this game, our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game for you. Collinsville to throw it in right next to head coach Darren Lee. Assisted by Eric Anderson, the JV coach. 5:55 to go, third quarter. Here's Collinsville near the Redbird emblem at midcourt. Midget hands to Madden. Madden drives, kicks it to the left corner. And a little push off the air, and they caught it. Yes, Sam Webb with a right elbow.
Yeah, he made a strong move to the baseline, but Smith did a good job of getting over in front of him, and when he saw that his path was blocked, he kind of got that little chicken wing out and just enough force on it that it sent Smith going backwards, and that was enough to force the charging call.
His first foul of the night. Here's Kevin Caldwell Jr. Out to Latham, top of the key. Fakes the handoff, and he'll drive, and off the glass and in by the lefty.
Yeah, that's miscommunication on Collinsville's defense. The one guy you can never leave is the guy with the ball, but they were so focused on the handoff that Marcus just kind of hid the ball from him and was able to go in uncontested. Another
and
steal.
Now Latham with a steal, and Marcus all alone. He'll lay in another one. Latham with 2 more.
Yeah, he was out in the passing lane that time. Oh,
Midget underneath. Underneath, a blocking foul on the block on Caldwell there, who tried to take the charge.
Well, I'll tell you what, Caldwell, that's one thing that he has done so much better, and it goes back to the comparison I made earlier from the Jacksonville game to now. The night we played Jacksonville, nobody was going to take a charge no matter what, but the Redbirds took 4 or 5, and I think Caldwell had 3 or 4 himself at Granite City last Friday.
First foul on Caldwell. Now we're going to have another reach in on the Redbirds.
And even there, that was unfortunate that they called the reach-in foul because Burnett was set, and I think that might have been another charge if we hadn't have reached in before they got to him.
Caldwell with 2 quick ones. He's got 2 fouls. They throw it in, knocked away. Edwards back the other way, Caldwell. And Caldwell is fouled under the basket. Slow to get up, too.
Yeah, he got hammered pretty good there. It wasn't a dirty foul, but it was a hard foul, and that's one of the things when you're going to foul a shooter. if you're going to foul the shooter, you want to make sure that you don't give him the opportunity to convert. And that time, Cooper Hodges fouled him hard enough that there was no chance to get the shot off at all. But clearly a foul, and now we'll see if Kevin can convert those at the free throw line.
Collinsville with a 30-second timeout, and the Redbirds with a lead of 40-28. They've opened the game up a little bit here as they led by 7 at halftime, but now it is double digits at 40-28 here. Alton trying to go to 4-0 in the conference and play again tomorrow afternoon, remember, against Soldan of St. Louis, Missouri, and that's at the shootout over at CBC High School tomorrow. 1 o'clock game for the Redbirds tomorrow.
So with the 12-point lead, and Caldwell will go to the line trying to make it 14, and if he can convert the free throws, that also gives Alton the chance to get back into the press that they like to do and try and see if they can create some more havoc for Collinsville.
Free throw, no good. Too long on the first one. Going for his 10th point of the game. 2 in double figures already. Edwards and Latham. Latham with a dozen now. Caldwell trying for point number 10. And it is in and out. No good. Still a 12-point game. Here come the Kahoks. Midget trying to get around Burnett. Burnett with some good D. Back near the timeline, Midget driving again, down underneath, good, and 1. It's a blocking foul, and that's another one on Kevin, his 3rd.
Yeah, that time Kevin was trying to get over, and he got there in plenty of time, but what he didn't do is he didn't quite get the right angle. And so when Midget could get his shoulder past him, once you can get your shoulder past, it's almost always going to be a blocking foul instead of a charge. It wasn't the effort of the time, it was just a more of the how precise he needed to be on the angle, and he just didn't quite get squared up enough.
Midget sliding through there, slicing through, and his 3-point play. No, he missed the free throw. He's got 8 points so far. It's 40-30. Burnett, baseline, missed it off the glass on a nice drive, but he didn't finish.
Yeah, good move there. He just wasn't able to convert, but certainly was able to get inside the K-Hawk defense and get a good opportunity.
Back the other way, it's Collinsville ball, down by 10. We're halfway through the 3rd quarter. Midget to Flora, down low, Latham with a steal, bounce to Burnett. Burnett layup, fouled by Midget.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's 2 things that Latham did so well on that play. He was trying to get around in front of the post player from Collinsville and couldn't quite get around. Collinsville thought they had the angle for the entry pass, but right as they released the pass, Latham was not only able to get around in front, but he was able to get around in front enough he could control the pass. And then after one bounce, he threaded the needle through traffic for a great outlet pass to Burnett. And Burnett was able to catch it, and by the time he got to the ball, he was basically about 2 feet from the basket to easily draw the foul.
He misses the first free throw, and the Redbirds 0 for 3 now in the quarter all of a sudden. This 3rd period, and this one goes down for Burnett, 41-30, Alton by 11. 3rd quarter action, here come the K-Hawks back. Midget guarded by Burnett, man-to-man. Maurice will come out and take a look at Sam Webb. Webb lost his dribble, tried to hand it off. Trimble almost with a steal, but he tipped it out.
I tell you what, this is a tough place to inbound the ball. It's going to be on the sideline, but down below the free throw line. And sometimes defensively, you can do a couple things here to try to catch the team off guard because it's just a tight area to try to get the ball inbounded.
They throw it in, and Midget at the top of the key will set it up as the other 4 players are spaced out along the baseline here. A 1-4 offense. Midget looking, gives to the corner, the right corner, underneath. Edwards sliding in with a steal. Maurice the other way. Mo Edwards, scoop shot, no, missed the finger roll. Back the other way, Cooper Hodges, reverse layup, no, rebound. It's batted around, still loose, Collinsville ball. Midget out high, gives to Cooper Hodges again.
Sloppiest stretch of the ball game right there, Brent.
Yeah. Baseline, Flora again, fouled as Trimble came over to help.
Yeah, another good aggressive move from Flora, but the help was too slow getting over. Burnett was trying to get over there, but got over there too slow, and then we end up with the foul, and so Flora's going to go try to convert at the free throw line.
Clay is going to pick that foul up.
Yeah, there was a host of Redbirds trying to get there, but they were all just about one step too slow to really prevent him from getting into the lane.
Flora looking for his 10th point. He misses the first free throw. And 2:59 to go, third quarter. He will try again. And in and out, he missed it. Tipped around, he gets his own rebound though. Madden for three, and it's good.
Those dang extra shots. When you don't block out and finish the defensive possession, you create opportunities for the other team.
Latham the other way, finger roll is good, and Latham at 14 in the game.
Yeah, that time nobody stepped over to get in front of the ball handler, and he went coast to coast with no effort. I mean, no need of any real effort to get around anybody.
43-33, Redbirds by 10. Madden misses a three this time, out of bounds, over the top of the backboard. Redbirds ball.
Yeah, that three was contested a lot more. The last one was wide open on the kick out, the inside out kick out. That time, Darion Clay was able to get out and get a hand in his face, and he was trying to shoot over the long arms of him, and that certainly is a lot more difficult shot than the one that he hit a second ago.
Clay is out there with Latham, Burnett, Trimble, and Edwards. Alton ball. Trimble kicks to Latham. Latham down the side of the lane, left side, glass, good again.
Yeah, very good jump stop that time. He was going left and may have been a little bit off balance, but he came and landed on a good jump stop and got his balance back, and here go the Redbirds the other way.
Steal, Edwards, jam time, Maurice Edwards.
Yeah, a little pressure out front caused the loose ball, and then Trimble makes a good pass ahead to Maurice.
Back the other way, Collinsville 3, Flora missed it, rebound Latham. Latham gets it batted away though, and Midget has the ball. Redbirds with 3 subs at the table. Madden down underneath. It's a foul on Burnett there, and the layup almost went too.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised that he did miss that, because Burnett's, when you're going to foul the shooter like that, you got to make sure you get a piece of the arm, and that time all they gave him was a little bump from behind. Once you get caught up in the air and you know it's inevitable you're going to foul him, you got to make sure he doesn't make it.
And he missed it off the rim. It rolled off the rim. Here's Jake Hall missing the first free throw.
I think there are some tired legs out there. The play has been a little bit more sloppy both ways here the last few minutes, and I think maybe just a little bit of the weariness is showing up a little bit in some of the players on both teams right now, just like that free throw coming up short for Collinsville,
yep.
for Hall.
3 starters back in for Alton, Golly, Smith, and Caldwell. Free throw in and out, no good. Golly grabs it to Smith, now to Caldwell, and on up to Burnett, left corner. Burnett has the dribble. 125, and Burnett driving, kicks it to Smith. 3, top of the key, it's good.
Yeah, Smith's been much more aggressive lately, and also looking to shoot a little more of the 3 ball the last few games, and I'm sure his scoring average has gone up quite a bit. I know that's at least the last 3 games in a row that he's had at least 1 3. I think he had 2 at Granite the other night.
Midget with a miss. Looked for the rebound, couldn't get it. Smith the other way, fouled by Madden.
I'll tell you what, that's a tough angle on that outlet, but Golly came up with the loose ball and outletted to Smith right down the middle of the floor, and there was so much Collinsville traffic, it was kind of hard for there not to be a bump from someone, and so now the Redbirds will inbound over on the sideline in front of their bench.
And they still have Trimble and Burnett out there with Smith, Golly, and Caldwell. Under a minute to go, right in front of Coach Eric Smith. They throw the ball in with a big lead now, 50-33. What a third quarter. Here's Golly to Burnett. Burnett driving, right elbow fires, and it's good. Shooter's touch.
Yeah, that one kind of rattled around, but he had a lot of spin on the ball, and it's able to go down. I think it hit about 3/4 of the rim.
20 in the quarter for the Redbirds. They had
Nice
32 at halftime. Here's Caldwell with a steal, then Madden picked it back up on a loose ball, and Caldwell's going to get another foul.
Yeah, that's going to be his fourth, and that's really unfortunate. He had really good hands to strip a ball down in the paint, and he started the break with it, but as he was pushing up fast on the break, he got the dribble a little bit too far out in front of him, and it went right to Madden, and at that point, all of Kevin's momentum was going that way, and there was nothing he could do to avoid running into Madden.
Free throw good. He'll have another. This third quarter right now is 20-9 in favor of Alton. And good, so make it 20-10 here in the third quarter.
And I wouldn't be surprised if the Redbirds aren't content to try to get the last shot here. A 3-ball could give them a 20-point lead going into the fourth quarter, but even a 2 would still be a great thing because they're going to have the ball to start the fourth quarter too.
13 seconds left. Burnett to Golly. Jordan Golly to Maurice Edwards at the three-point line. Now to Trimble for 3, and he's fouled with 4.7 to go at the three-point line.
Yeah, that's a little bit earlier than you would like to see that last second shot go. However, when you can draw the foul and get 3 free throws, if he can convert these free throws, it gives you a chance to set your inbound defense. If he can make these 3, it stretches it to 20, and then it would be the Redbirds' ball to start the fourth quarter.
Trimble, free throw, good. 2 more to go. And what a third quarter, as I mentioned. Well, the first 2 quarters were 16 and 16. This one's even better at 21. And the second one missed.
21 and hopefully more. Let's be greedy here.
Exactly.
Let's hope for at least one more right here, and sometimes you never know if you can put your press on and catch them off guards. There's only 4.7 seconds. If they're lackadaisical, maybe the Redbirds can steal another one.
And he misses the second or the third free throw. Just 1 out of 3 there. Madden the other way from midcourt, and he missed it at the buzzer. And that is the end of 3 quarters, and the Redbirds bump their lead to 53-35 over Collinsville. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
All right, sir, we finished all the services on your car. They'll take it over for your complimentary car wash, and they'll call you when it's ready.
One of the greatest myths about car dealers is that some pay less for their cars than others. Hi, I'm John Roberts, and we all pay the same. Here at Roberts Motors, we can compete with any Ford dealer, regardless of how big they are or how great they say their deals are. The number one concern of anyone buying a car today is service. At Roberts Motors, we pride ourselves in exceptional service before, after, and during the sale. Stop in today and see why Roberts has been the home of happy customers since 1949, or see us online at RiverBender.com.
Well, sir, after some serious consideration, I'd like to put in my 15-year notice.
You're quitting?
Technically retiring, sir. With a little help from my State Farm agent, I plan to retire in 15 years.
Wow, you're totally blindsiding me here. Who's going to manage your accounts?
Well, I'm going to finish packing my things. 15 years will really sneak up on you.
Jennifer will do your exit interview, and Adam made you a cake.
Red velvet.
Oh, thank you.
I made this.
Take charge of your retirement. Talk to State Farm agent Tom Lane to help you plan for your future today.
Mike Bray and Brent Birkeland back at Alton High. Redbirds outscore the Kahoks there 21-10 in the third quarter, and they already led by 7 at halftime, Mike.
Yeah, they came out and really exploded and took that lead from 7 to double digits quickly, and then got to the point where they had a good scare of getting it up to a 20-point margin as we enter the fourth.
And they have the ball to start the fourth. Fourth quarter underway. Here's Smith with the basketball out to Latham. And the Redbirds can afford to be patient now with an 18-point lead. Edwards to Latham. Redbirds trying to go to 4-0 in the conference. Here's Burnett. Bounces to the right corner, and Edwards backs it up.
Good patience from the Redbirds here. I think just about everybody's touched the ball. They moved it around. They've reset. Not settle for just a mediocre shot. They're trying to make sure they get a really good shot here to start this quarter, and they've already run almost 50 seconds off the clock.
Out to the top, Smith to Burnett, left side. Burnett drives baseline. Long pass to Golly, over to Edwards. A minute off the clock, Alton ball. Longest they've held it all night, obviously, on this possession here. Golly to Latham.
Maybe all year.
That's true, too. Redbirds will start the new year against Belleville East and Belleville West. You start thinking about maybe 6-0 to start the conference. Never know. Here's Smith with it. 3-0 now for Alton in the conference, and 6:29 to go. Here's a foul at midcourt. Trey Smith fouled.
I'm not sure what Coach Lee thinks of that. The Redbirds run a minute and a half off the clock, and all of a sudden they make a foul on our center inside the center court circle. I can't imagine that that's what Coach Lee wanted to see out of the Kahoks there. I think he wanted the defense to come out and extend, or else we would continue to run the clock down, but I can't expect that they would have wanted to foul Trey Smith 40 feet from the basket.
Each team in the bonus now as we go along here. Fourth quarter, Jordan Golly to the baseline, guarded by Madden. Out to Smith. Smith hands to Marcus Latham. Latham will fake the handoff again. Glass and good again on the left side.
That is tremendous patience from the Redbirds. They take 2 minutes off the clock, put a foul on their opponent, and end up with a 6-foot shot for an easy bucket.
Latham up to 18 in the game. Here's Collinsville with a miss. They get the rebound and miss a 3. Tipped around, and Collinsville saving it. They're going to have another possession. Finger roll is missed off the glass by Cooper Hodges. Redbirds ball. Maurice Edwards up the floor. To the corner, Golly for 3. Good!
Inside out for the three-point basket. Once again, it's created by Maurice Edwards getting the defensive rebound, and then from there, him executing and either creating something for himself or the others.
58-35 our score right now. It's Alton ball again.
Yeah, Edwards got another steal on a soft pass inside, and now Collinsville's just sagging off of him, and he's going to be content to run quite a bit of time off the clock until they come guard.
Golly just hit the 6th 3 for the Redbirds tonight. Here's a good pass. Smith to Latham for 2.
I'll tell you what, Trey Smith has not scored as much tonight as he has a couple of the other games, but he's done a lot of the other things maybe better than he has the last couple games, and that was a tremendous pass to Latham for a wide open 2-foot shot. Now here's Latham in the passing lane, gets another steal and another layup on the other end, and that extends the Redbird lead up to 27.
14 in the second half for Latham. 7 buckets. Inside, front of the rim, blocking foul as Smith tried to take a charge there.
Yeah, and you know what? As much as it pains me to say I agreed with the officials on all the other blocking calls that went against us, I think they might have missed that one. I think Trey may have been lined up there. If he wasn't, I certainly think it was the closest that the Redbirds have come into getting one of those charges tonight.
22 for Latham, Edwards 13, Caldwell 9, Smith was 7. Free throw good by Flora there. He's got 10 points now, finally in double digits. He had 9 points at halftime. 8 for Midget. He's only halfway to his average. The Kahoks with only 36 points on the board. And we're in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think Coach Smith is kind of adjusting his lineup now. He's got a few of his starters out and got Kenneth Burnett in there with really a little bit more of a JV lineup, and try to give those guys a chance to play for a few minutes and see how cohesive they are, and give Burnett a chance to be the senior leader here for a few minutes.
You start thinking about a game tomorrow at lunchtime.
Well, and because of that, that's all the more reason you want to try to save the legs when you get the lead to this point. I believe we may see them back again for a little bit, but I don't think you're going to see them for any more prolonged stretches. And if this bunch can stay and hold their own or even extend the lead a little bit, then there's no reason Coach Smith has to wear those guys out. And like you say, I think it's a 1 o'clock game tomorrow, so certainly that would be a good opportunity for them to get a little extra rest and be ready and fresh to go for Soldan.
Here's Kenneth Burnett handing the ball to Morris Adams, who's in the game, number 24. Now Clay gives the ball off to Damian Reed. Reed, number 0. Now it's Burnett again. Burnett way out high with 3:33 to go in the game. Now Trimble, right elbow, almost walked. And hands it to Adams. Adams to Clay. Take it Reed, now to Clay. Tipped out by the K-Hawks, out of bounds.
This JV bunch is really running time off the clock about as well as the varsity did at the start of the quarter. They've already run about, I think it's close to 40 seconds off the clock, and still getting ready to try to score on an inbounds play here.
3:21 to go. Fourth quarter. Redbirds 62, K-Hawks 36, and a quick 5-second call out of bounds there. It's Collinsville ball.
I think that might have been a quick 3.5-second call.
Yeah.
But turnover nonetheless, whether you like it or not.
That's right. Into the lane, a kick out to the left corner. Driving in, glass and good. Sam Webb for 2.
Yeah, that time Darion kind of got twisted around and showed his back to the defender. And once you do that, you're kind of to the offensive player, and you're kind of at his mercy once you show your back to him.
3 minutes left in the game. Trimble inside, kicks it outside, but a travel on Trimble this time with 2:53 to go. K-Hawks ball.
Yeah, he tried to penetrate in and then look for the kick out, but when he left his feet, no one was open quick enough, and as he was trying to get rid of it, he landed before he was able to throw the pass.
Alton, 62. Collinsville, 38. 3 ball by Webb, goes up and in. Webb, a junior, hits a tray.
I am shocked that Collinsville's not trying to extend their defense here, especially with a younger lineup in for the Redbirds. I really would have thought they would have tried to come out and attack a little bit more, but they're content to sit back.
Trimble for 3, it's no good. Rebound Collinsville. K-Hawks down here by 21 points. Collinsville almost lost it, tipped away, and Collinsville will go the other way again to the corner, right corner. 3 ball, air ball there by Williams, the junior.
Yeah, I think Collinsville's kind of cleared their bench and brought maybe not their entire JV in, but they've certainly started to play more of those young men as well.
More subs for the Redbirds too in a moment, because we're down to 1:50 to go, and Alton's going to call a timeout just for the subs, and that's it.
Right, I think that's the whole reason for Coach Smith's call the timeout there. It's not because anybody was upset with anything, but just an opportunity to get this bunch in. These guys are working hard in the JV, and they're working hard every day in practice to push the varsity, but they don't get many opportunities to get in and showcase their skills. So this will be a great opportunity for them these last 2 minutes to try to get in and prove to Coach what they can do.
And it's Evan Meyer, Tyler Springman, Rashad Williams, Izeal Terrell. Terrell is a freshman, highly touted freshman. Right now the ball belongs to 21. That's Rashad Williams. Inside, glass, good, and 1. And that is Terrell to the basket, the freshman.
Yeah, and he went up strong with the ball, and once he drew the contract, that's one of the things you always want to think. When you know you're going to get fouled, aim high, because the contact is usually going to make the ball come a little bit lower on the glass, but if you aim high on the glass, you still have a chance to score, and now we're going to try and turn it into 3.
Izeal with 2, make it 3. The freshman with a 3-point play. Terrell, number 22, makes it 65-41. 3 for the K-Hawks, no. And knocked out of bounds and knocked off of a K-Hawk leg. Alton ball.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was great effort there. That ball was clearly going to be out on Alton, but a good effort at going back after it and slung it back in, and one of the K-Hawks was standing there with his hands down, and it went right off his knee and right out of bounds, so the Redbirds take over again with just over a minute to go.
Good hustle by Reed. Here's Williams with it. Terrell to Springman, now to Meyer. Evan Meyer hands the ball off. 1 minute to go in the ball game. We have a
Illegal screen.
Foul on, yes, the offense. Illegal screen on the Redbirds.
That's going to be on Meyer. He went with the little handoff, but he didn't get stopped before he screened I'm not even sure who it was that was coming off the screen with the ball, but when he was still moving, he went right into the K-Hawk, and that's what led to the foul.
Webb misses a three, tipped around. Redbirds ball with 45 seconds left. Here's Springman with the basketball. Drives, glass, no. Tipped around. Collinsville with it. 38 seconds left. Alton on the floor, and they get the ball. Finger roll is blocked away. K-Hawks have the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, but the thing about this is you've got this group, and some of these guys are, your JV guys, or maybe even guys that don't start on the JV, but they're still trying to run the offense. They're still trying to execute some screens, and they're coming in, and they're still playing hard and giving Coach Smith what they've got, and at the same time saving the legs of the starters for tomorrow.
Top of the key, a shot missed there, and back the other way. Long pass, Alton with it, 15 seconds left for the Redbirds to go to 6-1 on the year, 4-0 in the conference, and they will run it out now. They'll dribble it out now. 65-41, Redbirds over the K-Hawks. Back with a postgame after the Alton victory in a moment. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.